And the third point is ecosystem support, right? So the next question is, okay, so Polkadot ecosystem is vast. There are a lot of verticals are being built. I can jump in any kind of category. And there is a very powerful tool to help me build my own layer one chain. So what support do I have if I choose to jump into Polkadot as builders, right? So these are the three most popular, I would say, support that the ecosystem offers, right? The first one is the Polkadot Treasury. This is a decentralized community funding for ecosystem contributions. Currently, the Polkadot Treasury has, I think at this moment, around 45 million DOT sitting in the Treasury and waiting basically for contributors to come in and contribute to the ecosystem so that they can disperse those funds, right? And with open governance just came on Polkadot, I think just last week. We will see a lot more activities on Treasury. Basically, what you can do now is you jump into the Treasury, you make a proposal, propose works that you will do or works that you have done to the ecosystem, and then claim the expenses as rewards to you. And every DOT holders in the ecosystem will have the power to vote for you, right? Whether they agree with you, whether they agree that you should receive the funds, or whether they think this is not applicable, and then they will downvote, right? So this is a full democracy system where every holder has the power to decide how the funds will be spent, right? So there's a huge opportunities there, but also there are challenges for you guys. Not like so easier way, but like a more straightforward way is to ask for Web3 Foundation Grants Program, right? So Web3 Foundation Grants Program is a program that rewards teams to, oh, I do have a typo here. But basically Web3 Foundation Grants Program will offer grants from $30K to $100K US dollars for teams that focus on building infrastructures or softwares that are readily applicable with use cases. So the process to apply for Web3 Web3 Foundation grant is that you fill out an application form with all the requested information. And then depending on the amount of funds that you request, there will be a certain number of curators that are assigned to you. I think if I'm not mistaken, the least one is 2 curators, and the largest amount will require 5 curators with a pitching round, right? So after you're awarded, you will complete milestones and get the funds. Okay, and if you are doing very well with your Web3 Foundation grant, you might be able to be fast-tracked to Substrate Builders Program. So Substrate Builders Program is a program where you will be offered minimal financial support of 60K US dollars. But more importantly, you will be offered technical support, right? The team, the curator will help you go through the code and audit the code for you, guide you through different steps of building your projects if you encounter any problems. And after you finish the program, you will be connected to VCs, you will receive community support, and you will be connected to whoever is fitted for your request, right? So Subwallet is an alumni of Substrate Builders Program, and even though we have completed all 3 milestones, we still receive a lot of support from the program with whichever queries that we might have, whether it is whether it is technical or whether it is business development related problems. So to dive a little bit into each of these funding resources, so the Polkadot Treasury allocations by category. So you can see here that there's a difference between allocations of the Kusama shared treasury and the Polkadot treasury. So the Kusama treasury sits at around, if I'm not mistaken, around 600,000 Kusama something. So it's very much limited in funding, right? And it's mostly given to infrastructure, software development, and marketing and community events, right? What we want to focus on, because OpenGov is live on Polkadot, and because Polkadot treasury, it's much more higher in values. The Polkadot treasury, 73 of the treasury falls into bounties. And currently there are 4 active bounties. The Polkadot events bounties that this bounty will reward you funding to organize events with funding less than 150K US dollars, right? And there are education bounties, Polkadot Pioneers bounties, and maintenance bounties for works that helps to maintain the network, right? So this allocation means that the Polkadot treasury, there are different, you don't always have to go through the treasury track in order to get funding. You can apply for the bounties if your proposal is relevant, and it's relatively easier and faster to receive funding that way. So with the bounties, we make sure that the Polkadot treasury is allocated correctly, and every needs it's met in a reasonable amount of time, so that we don't time out every proposal. Okay, so Web3 Foundation Grants Program. So you can see here by category, so it's very much technical focused. So runtime modules account for 41.5% of all grants, development tools 11.1%, UI development 13%, wallet 8.5%, etc. So basically, if you're building a technical product, you're welcome to apply. And by the end of Q1 of 2023, the grants has surpassed 500 grants assigned to projects building within the Polkadot ecosystem. And this is a very remarkable and significant milestone to be celebrated. And the grant is continuously giving out grants. I think on average of around like 40 grants per quarter to teams building things for the Web3 and especially for the Polkadot ecosystem. Yep. And last but not least, the Substrate Builders Program. So by far, there are more than 90 projects being part of the SBP. And you can see there are a lot of prominent names within the ecosystem who have gone through SBP, who has graduated from SBP and are now building significantly within Polkadot. Akala, Subwallet, Asta, Manta, Fala, Bifrost, Arjuna, LegionsTree, HydroDX. So I'm listing here, there are limited spaces, so I'm listing here prominent names. But if you want to see the list of the projects, you can go to substrate.io and select Substrate Builders Program, right? So with SBP, there are 3 tracks: Chains track, infrastructure track, and then application track. So chains, those are building layer 1 blockchain, can apply to this track. Infrastructure, those are building related infrastructure. For example, with Subwallet, we apply through this because Wallet is an infrastructure layer within the ecosystem. So we use this track. If you're building like an application, for example, layer 2 DApp, you can choose to apply through application track.